Veerapandiya Kattabomman, also known as Kattabomman, born January 3, 1760, was the most valiant early freedom fighter of the 18th century, and he boldly rebelled against the British and their oppressive rule. He was a prominent Poligar or chieftain from Pankalankaruchi of Tamil Nadu, India. His parents were Veera Kattabomman and Veerapandiya. Veerapandiya was his original name, and Kattabomman was the name of his paternal ancestral name. He was one among the 5 children, with 2 brothers and 2 sisters. His brothers Owamathurai, Kumarasmi, and Arazingame were also great warriors. His wife's name was Veeralakamal. He was a devout Hindu and his family deity was Tiruchendur Murugan, Karnataka. During the Vijayanagara period, Kattabomman ancestors migrated to Tamil Nadu from Kandukuru area of Prakasam district in the present-day Andhra Pradesh. In his early childhood, he spoke his mother tongue, Telugu, and later learned Tamil, the language spoken in Pankalankaruchi and other areas. Roughly 60 years before the Sepoy Mutiny of 1857 that first started in Meerut Cantonment is the place where the rebellion started, when Hindu and Muslim soldiers were given new model rifles with grease-coated cartridges which, it was believed, contained the animal fat of pig and cow. In the present day, Kattabomman vehemently opposed the British and their subjugation of Indian natives. None of the Palayakars were as much suffered, humiliated and haunted as Kattabomman was by the British, just because he boldly refused to accept the sovereignty of British East India Company rule, pay land taxes and be submissive to the British rulers. For the sake of freedom and his legitimate rights over his motherland taken away in a dubious manner by the despicable British, he lost everything dear to him. His loving family was in disarray, and his relatives, including his brothers, were killed or maimed by the foreign rulers. His kingdom was reduced to heaps of trash and debris. Kattabomman became 47th Palayakara chief on February 2, 1790, and ruled the Palayam with skill and diplomacy. As the Nawab of Arcot, Muhammad Ali Khan Walaya, the 7th of July 1717 to the 13th of October 1795, was unable to fulfill his financial commitments to the British, Tirunelveli and many other areas that were ruled by the Palayakars, chieftains, came under the British control. Burdened with heavy debts, loan taken from the Ike officials and others, the Nawab of Arcot transferred the income from his juggler's land grants to the English company. The British created a mischief among the local chiefs to keep them apart and collected land taxes from. Kattabomman not only refused to pay the land taxes, but also had a row with the then Tirunelveli collector Jackson and later other East India Company officials, thus becoming a menace to the foreign rulers. After the death of Tipu Sultan, May 1799, the British killed Tipu Sultan with the help from a traitor close to him. In the last Mysore War at Srirangapatna, the British decided to take on the valiant chief of Pankalankaruchi. The British forces attacked Kattabomman at a time when most of his warriors and people were at Tiruchendur and other places to attend some Hindu temple festivals. Taken aback and unprepared, Tamil Nadu is the most prominent one, and his saga of heroic exploits, sacrifice and courage of conviction will remain etched in the pages of history of early Indian freedom fighters till the end of this world.